The weakest part of any corrugated metal roofing system is these washers. Most companies are recommending that every 15 years you have to have somebody go in and take out all the screws that are in there, up the size, and then put all new screws in. This company, Woodbinder, is claiming a 40-year warranty on this screw right here. What it is a metal roofing screw with a cupped front, like cupped washer head that's built in to the actual head of the screw here. This one's a 5/16, and the rubber washer, which is what a metal roofing screw is dependent on for the seal, actually gets pressed up underneath the cupped washer, and that washer keeps it from being exposed to the UV, and from the UV prematurely deteriorating the rubber washer. So I have my Makita here set up with a traditional metal screw, and I'll just show you guys that really quickly. Look at the difference. You see that? So that metal washer is attached to this much thinner little rubber washer, and it's exposed on the sides to the UV, okay? So if I set this one in, all right? So obviously I have my Makita drill, which is setting the depth perfectly, but one of the big user error issues with these types of washers is that I can just absolutely pancake it out. And you see how it starts sticking out of the side right there? And now that's not going to seal correctly. And then the UV is gonna break that down prematurely, and it's gonna cause that washer to fail, and even less than 15 years out of that screw. So you'll have a bunch of holes, penetrations in your roof. Versus when I'm using the ZXL and I have this cupped metal washer right here. You see that? So you can still see just a little bit of the washer, the rubber washer underneath the cupped metal, but the cupped metal is completely covering the metal washer. And if I were to send that too deep, that cupped metal is actually gonna prevent that from being squished out too far. So that's a huge upgrade in metal screws, guys. That's the ZXL screw by Woodbinder. I highly suggest switching over to these guys, selling your customers on these guys. This is what's gonna allow people to compete corrugated metal with standing seam metal, is upgrades to the exposed fastener portion. That's the biggest downgrade on corrugated. This is a huge upgrade, guys. Check these out, ZXL Woodbinder screws.